Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, and welcome to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Movesets video. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the Grass-type variant of Silvally, and some movesets that you can run for it. So let's get started by jumping right into the first set that I have for you in this video. So for this first moveset, we're going to be running a physically offensive Grass-type Silvally. So we're going to start this one off by giving it a Jolly Nature to boost its speed but lower its special attack, and then go with an EV spread that gives it 252 physical attack and 252 speed EVs, and putting the remainder 4 EVs into its special defense. As for the item, we're going to be going with the Grass Memory for this set and all the other ones in this video, because we're going to be making use of the Grass variant of Silvally. But for the first move on the set, we're going to be making use of Multi-Attack to be this Pokemon's main stab Grass-type attack of 90 base power, and also our main physical attack on the set. But to give us some additional type coverage, we're also going to run Rock Slide as the second move on the set, which is an amazing coverage option for any grass type to have access to, because it allows you to hit a majority of the things that grass type Pokemon are weak to for super effective damage, such as bug, ice, and fire type Pokemon. In addition to this, we're also going to run a secondary coverage move in addition to Multi-Attack and Rock Slide, which will come in the form of either Fire Fang to be a powerful fire move, or Return to just be kind of a blanket coverage option to allow you to hit things that you're going to be unable to really damage a lot with Multi-Attack or Rock Slide. Fire Fang, though, is particularly useful in this scenario to allow you a way to deal with steel types as well as hit other grass type Pokemon super effectively. But if you want to go a more just fully offensive route in this third move slot, we could run Swords Dance as a way to allow Silvally to boost its physical attack by 2 stages. As for the last move, though, we could either run U-Turn or Parting Shot to give this Pokemon the ability to switch around battle, possibly granting you some switch initiative, and either doing a little bit of damage in the process with U-Turn, or allowing you to lower your opponent's stats with Parting Shot. But in this last move slot, if you want to just go as a full offensive set with 3 attacks, Swords Dance is an excellent option for this physical variant, because it allows you again to boost your physical attack 2 stages, and thus make you a lot easier to sweep through teams, even more defensive walls that you might be up against. But if you want to go a more speed boosting route, Flame Charge is another great option in this last move slot to allow this Pokemon to boost its speed by 1 stage every time it connects with this move, and also being a nice fire type move as well, similarly to its effect with using Fire Fang, in that you get a way to deal with steel types and other grass types pretty reliably. As for this next moveset, we're going to be making use of a more mixed attacking Silvally. So we're going to start this one off by giving it a Naive Nature to boost its speed but lower its special defense, and then run an EV spread that includes giving it 96 physical attack and 160 special attack EVs to give it some good mixed attacking stats, and then maxing its speed out with 252 EVs into that stat. As to the moves, again we're going to be running Multi-Attack to be our main stab physical grass move, but as a coverage option we're going to be now using Flamethrower this time to give this Pokemon a reliable way to deal with opposing grass types, as well as allow it to hit steel types super effectively. As for the next move, we're also going to run another coverage option in the form of either Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, or Surf. Thunderbolt being particularly good versus the flying type Pokemon that Multi-Attack will struggle to hit for good damage, whereas Ice Beam also covers that and additionally allows you to hit Dragon type super effectively. Surf, on the other hand, can be very useful for allowing this Pokemon to deal with opposing fire types that would want to threaten out this variation of Silvally. But for the last move, again we're going to include U-Turn and Parting Shot to give this Pokemon some great utility in allowing it to potentially gain some switch initiative on its opponents, but we're also going to include Work Up this time as a boosting move to boost both your physical attack and your special attack, thus increasing the damage of all of your types of attacks on this set and allowing it to be a very powerful mixed attacker. However, if we also, again like the first set, want to just boost this Pokemon's speed stat, we again can go with Flame Charge as an option to allow us to boost our speed by 1 stage every time we damage our opponent with this move. As for this next moveset, we're going to be running a bulky Rest Talk variant for this grass type Silvally. So we're going to start this one off by giving it an Impish Nature to increase its physical defense but lower its special attack, and then run an EV spread that includes 252 HP EVs, 88 physical defense EVs, and 168 special defense EVs to give this Pokemon its maximum mixed bulk possible. As for the moves, again the first one that we're going to go with on this set is going to be Multi-Attack to be your main stab physical grass move. However, your second option is really where this set can shine, depending on if you want to run Rock Slide or Roar. As mentioned before, Rock Slide is an excellent attack to deal with a lot of Pokemon that possess types that this grass type Silvally is weak to, such as the aforementioned Fire, Ice, Bug, and Flying type Pokemon. However, all those Pokemon have one thing in common, in that they are all simultaneously weak to Stealth Rock, which is where Roar can come very much in handy on a bulky set like this. As mentioned previously in an older video that I posted back on Meganium that made use of a Restock set with Dragon Tail, this one works very similarly, in that it basically is designed to rack up entry hazard damage on all the things that want to switch into this Pokemon due to its grass typing. So it's a way of playing off of this Pokemon's weakness to then make it a strength, because all those types, as I mentioned before, are weak to Stealth Rock, thus allowing you to easily rack up entry hazard damage when they want to switch in on this particular variant of Silvally. And in order to keep yourself healthy while you do this, we're going to be making use of Rest and Sleep Talk to allow you to regain all of your health and then continue to be a threat while you are still asleep, especially due to the fact that when you are sleep talking Roar, you completely ignore the negative priority that it normally has. As with this next moveset, we're also going to be running another variant of a defensive grass type Silvally. So again, we're going to be going with the Impish Nature and the same EV spread as before, with 252 HP EVs, 88 defense EVs, and 168 special defense EVs. But this time, the first move that we're going to be making use of is going to be Thunder Wave or Toxic to be a way to status your opponents. Thunder Wave being a way to cripple your opponent's speed and make it so that they occasionally will not attack, whereas Toxic is a way to wear down opposing Pokemon in increasing amounts at the end of every turn as the poison slowly racks up in damage the longer your opponent stays in. Then, we're going to go with the physical variant of this Pokemon again, running Multi-Attack to be your main physical grass-type stab, and then again running Rock Slide for the excellent coverage that it provides for grass-type Pokemon. Finally, for the last move, we're going to again include U-Turn and Parting Shot to give this Pokemon the additional utility in being able to switch in and out of battle a lot easier and support your team by possibly switching into an appropriate counter to whatever your opponent brings in, or lowering their stats in the case of Parting Shot, potentially allowing another Pokemon on your team to set up a little bit easier versus your opponent. But anyways, everybody, that is it for this video, so thank you all for watching the video on the grass-type variant of Silvally. If you want to go ahead and check out some more variants on this Pokemon, as always in all of these videos, feel free to click an annotated link above each of the types that you see on your screen right now to be sent over to a video on that particular variant of Silvally. But until then, everybody, as always, take care, goodbye, and I will see you all next time.